Our next victim. Sorry about the terrible lighting. And we have a BC Rich Platinum Series with a snakeskin paint job. And one of these horrible things. Tinseltown Whammy. Floyd Rose, or licensed by Floyd Rose. And it's been sitting around for a while. See the dust. So let's get into this thing and see what we got here. We'll put it on the healing bench. There it is with a bit of sunlight on it. Interesting paint job. And I believe I might have to take this right apart to clean it. The Tinseltown Whammy bar. And looks like probably a coil split for the electronics. 5-way switch. The action is pretty high on it. And it's tilted right back. So we're definitely going to have to do something about that. But, as always, first things first. Give the old action height a check there. See what we got for bow in the neck. It might be a little bit too much curve in there. I would say it's a little too much relief in the neck. So I guess these are signature series. I can't really figure out their dating on it. Near as I can tell, it's 2001 maybe, signature series, made in Korea. Get the little cover plate off there, and we need some light to see in there. So just a little bit of a tweak on the truss rod. That seemed to work. Now these Floyd Roses, they are meant to be, get some light on there. Can you see that? That plate should be level like that. It should be parallel with the top of the guitar. And it looks like the action is all cattywampus too. So this is going to be a bit of a chore. We'll have to take her apart and get her all happy. Well, generally what you want to do is block these from behind when you're setting them up. But we've got some other issues with this one. Things seem to have melded together. Parts that are supposed to move independently, they're not moving independently. So we're going to give it a check over. I've got to take the back off anyways, so it should be quite the adventure. Haven't worked on a Floyd Rose in quite a few years. And again, the spring's going into a V and they should be straight. He's got this basically set up to be decked, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a Floyd Rose. And he's got ball ends in there for some reason too. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, they're not even tight. Not even tight. Well, that makes things a bit more interesting. So we'll get rid of this strings and we'll start our little adventure. So we have to relieve the spring tension, because this thing's got to come right out. And it was cranked right up. So the way it was set up, you might as well have had just a classic fender trim on it. And that should make the whammy fall right out. And plywood body. There we go. So that's going to have to get all taken apart and cleaned up. Okay, we got little screws on there too. Don't tell me they're going to be easy to adjust for the intonation. Yes, built like a fender. Okay, that'll make life a little bit easier. And those are just kind of sloppy threads on those. The knife edge doesn't look too bad though. Oh, just horrible stuff on it though. Oh, we're gonna have to do some heavy duty cleaning. Yeah, those seem weird that they're so loose. Okay, we need to do some cleaning. So, going with my theory of always starting with the gentlest first, a little bit of water on here. And there is some, oh, seems to be coming off though. But it's pretty cruddy. There's some pretty good crud on here. Oh, we'll get her fixed up. I got quite the ding right there. And just general shit and corruption all over it. No real appreciable wear on the neck at all, but every one of these tuning buttons are loose. Every one of them. So, you have to take a little screwdriver. And get them tightened up a little bit. Take the play out of them. Just a quarter turn or so. So that, got the right side. That was on the fretboard. Can you see that? I don't know if that's showing up or not. Just the fingerboard goo. Yeah, just the fretboard. Nothing else, no other part of the guitar. Not good. So we're all taped up. We do have some wear on the frets. And if I can find it, you can still see some filing marks on them too. So, all taped up, masked off, ready for hours of cleaning up these frets. So we're continuing to clean and buff and shine. Get all the crap off of here. Now, I noticed that I have not been the first person messing with this thing. I don't think there's a Floyd Rose on the planet that had a Robertson screw put on it. Either that or, well, let me get some higher magnification. Somebody has spun the head on that. And it's loose. So I don't know. We're going to have to get that out. Somebody's really done a number on it. Oh, it's going to come too. Not much sense in having something locked down if the locking mechanism is loose. Look at the shape of that thing. So we're going to have to figure something out for that. I wasn't planning on taking this off, but I guess it's coming now. Boy, there's not much holding that, is there? So we'll just get the bit of mineral oil on the fretboard. Get her nice and looking all nice. And you only need a drop, maybe 2 drops, not much at all, and it doesn't have to be sitting on there forever either. Pretty much as soon as you get it rubbed in, you can take it off. Alright, she'll focus there. Get a good look at the frets. Yeah, we're getting there. I've had this one sprayed off with some WD-40. Get some of the crud off it and get things working okay. So I'm just Taking a look here. See, this one's got the strings go through it, and the fine tuners. It's got a little lever, and it actually has screws on the back for the intonation. So we're taking this apart just because of the amount of crud on it. It's pretty filthy. This whole guitar is pretty filthy, but apparently the guy wants to start playing it again. So it probably will stay in better shape now. Oh yeah, good thing I am taking it apart, judging by the way these screws are behaving. I got some crud on them too. Put everything in the same order so we can get it all back together. Oh yeah, there's enough crud under here. It's definitely needs it. And just sitting there, you can see the dirt coming off of it. Oh, that's stiff. But I am going to check the tightness of the screws because I've been finding loose stuff all over the place. I don't know who's been in here, but they shouldn't have been. To get some a little bit heavier duty cleaner. Lighter fluid, which is naphtha or white gas or Coleman fuel or camp stove fuel. All the same stuff, but it's usually the most finish friendly cleaner for a strong cleaner that you can find. Imagine manufacturers love these Floyd Rose tremolos, because if you break a string on stage, the odds of getting a change between sets are slim to none. So you have to buy another guitar as a backup. They are... I wouldn't want to try to change a string on a dark stage, that's for sure. Alright, we've been working on it. Got it. In tune. And we've got, where are we here? Let's see if I can get that. The top of the bridge is parallel with the top, which means our strings are in the right tension for the springs, or vice versa. So we got a bass point. Now I'm looking at my tuner, and an E it's not getting much pullback on that at all. Let's get this in here. So I don't know if he wants that decked just to go down. Whole tone. Well, it's getting late. I think I'm pretty much got her now though. You can see the plate is parallel with the top. Well, it comes up about a quarter of a semitone or a quarter tone. And it's a lot cleaner. And we got the wangy bar thingy. And we got nice clean frets. And we got no more locking nut. because I'm sure it'll break the strings. Yeah. Just got to check out the electronics, I guess. Let it sit and check everything over again tomorrow. So it's the day after, and we're just checking everything out again. Talked to the guy. He not really worried about the locking nut, so I'm leaving that right off. Yeah, not a bad playing little guitar. It sounds pretty rock and roll to me. Motley Crue fans, sorry about butchering their song, but they were not the first person to do. You check out Ronnie Montrose's album with Sammy Hagar singing. Awesome album. And Bad Motor Scooter. Cool tune. So yeah. So yeah. That's the BC Rich Platinum Series. Not a bad little guitar, I guess, for a shredder. So, essence of 80's hairband. And we're going to send it back to the owner and see if he can get lots of enjoyment out of it now that everything's working properly. Everything's been taken apart and cleaned up. Everything functions well. Stays in tune. Got the back put back on it. Give it a last little wipe down. All the goop has been taken off of it. All the crusties have been removed. Everything's starting to move like it should. I would call it a success. Not a bad little guitar for the guy. I'm sure you'll have lots of fun with it. Stays in tune. Intone's right. The whammy bar is about where he wants it. He didn't want to pull back too much on it. So, another one for the books. Time to get her shipped off. And despite having a few pains and having to take apart the Floyd Rose totally and get everything working properly on it, it's kind of an enjoyable little guitar. And we'll send the locking nut back home with the guy, see what he wants to do with it. Right on. Thanks for dropping by.